The zoo just unveiled its Animal Superpowers Lego exhibit. And to take a live look at that, we have Van McNeil live at the zoo.
We have your first look, Shernay. It opens today, and what a better way to kick off the summer, a different way to kind of learn here at the zoo. Hello again and good morning, Jennifer Diliberti.
Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely. Millions of Lego bricks here with Sean Kenny's Animal Superpowers. This is pretty amazing. I'm excited.
It's very cool. We have 26 different sculptures of animals, and what it shows is sort of the link between humans and the natural world, and what different adaptations that animals have that allow them to maybe escape from predators or live in harsh environments, something like that, so they can survive in the natural world. And I mean, I think the kids will love it because they're going to learn but not really know that they're learning.
Right, kind of on the down low, but what a better way to kind of sneak in some learning here at the end of the school year, and some very colorful stuff here.
Right, and Sean Kenny has designed all of these. They're actually glued together, and then there's reinforced steel underneath all of them. But each of the animals, it shows how many Lego bricks were involved in the process and how many hours it was involved. So we're looking at polar bears, we're looking at bison. When you talk about like the bison, they have an adaptation that they start out with an orange-red color when they're calves, and then when they grow up, they have a darker color. The polar bears actually have hollow fur, and underneath that is black skin, which allows the sun to penetrate into their skin, which keeps them warm in these harsh environments. So kind of cool superpowers.
Yeah, so Sean has really, Mr. Kenny, the artist who has built all of these Lego sculptures, has really gone to detail on all these different animals.
He has, and researched, and he has a team of about 10 other artists in his New York studio, and they do drawings. He said like some of the drawings were originally like on napkins, and then they go through all these series of different processes like on the computer, and he said each of the sculptures has to have some sort of a wonder or a magic quality to them too, so it's not just a static animal. He says, you know, he has to look to see what that animal's doing, what that animal's feeling, things like that. So it's not just, you know, you come in and look at it, it has like feeling to it, which is very cool.
You've got to realize how much work and Sean's passion that went into this. Let's talk about the additional cost here.
Yes, so it's $3 per person. So you pay your regular zoo admission, and then you pay that fee to come into the special exhibits building, and you can stay however long you'd like in the building. There's some interactives as well. The kids can play with Lego bricks. They can also see different pictures that they can try to create by sense of touch. For, you know, using the bricks and things like that.
Very cool. I wanted to touch on safety protocols real quick.
Yes, and so the building is capped at 75%. So there's, you know, distance between the visitors, and then the Lego bricks that the people are going to be touching are sanitized. Some of the kiosks to the interactives will be sanitized regularly.
So the crew is on it here at the Milwaukee County Zoo.